we've just got up here tonight, and we've just heard our first croaks. So it's what, 8 o'clock? We just finished setting up camp and having a bite to eat, and we've already heard the first croaks. So it's going to be pretty cold this weekend, down to about 6 degrees, and feels like 2 or something stupid like that. And that should really kick them off. So hopefully those first few croaks I've heard just now really get going tonight, and we can get on to them in the morning. So we're just leaving about half an hour before first light. We can hopefully get in a good position where we can set up and class over these mountains down into these couple gullies that all run into the one spot. The wind's actually blowing down into the gully, so we're going to go all the way to the end and work our way back, and at the point sort of 3 or 4 converge into one. So hopefully we can get the wind right, pick one, and hopefully see something out the end. So we're just walking down this track now on first light. We've had a bunch of deer bust up on the right of us. Now it's super thick and crunchy in there. Now they didn't get too far. They ran and they stopped, but there was at least 5 you could hear moving about. Just in there, we're going to go try and take a look. So, we're just trying to cover a bunch of ground right now. After we sort of bump those couple. There's a scrape right there. Scrape right there. After we bumped those couple this morning, right there as well. It's pissed in it. And funny, I've just seen 2 scrapes, but we've had this guy croaking at us every so often. So we're just trying to close the gap. He's shut up again. That's out about 4 or 5. We've just found a scrape, rub tree, getting closer and closer to him. Yep, he's over there. He's up again. Mark this, let's go. I don't want to get too close in there. You can see that fresh piece right there. Anyway, he's still croaking, so we're going to head off. So I'm just checking the wind now. Sort of swelling a bit, but he's croaking from over that way. So I think we might push across this gully and get after him while he's still croaking. He's still going. So this place is littered with it. And just as we started, there's another scrape down there. Just as we started moving to old mate, he's shut up again. Man, there's some big spiders out here. So we're about to set off for an afternoon hunt. Just going to drop back into the valley where we saw that big scrape just down in there. And I'll put a camera on the scrape to hopefully either get him coming through tonight or early morning. He was definitely there this morning, but because there was fresh piss in it. So we're just going to sit off the scrape. We don't want to get too close to it, and either hope he comes past tonight, or hope something else comes past. But from the direction in behind me, there was that one croaking this morning. So if he fires back up again tonight, we might chase after him again. Just seen the arse of the deer walk through the bottom of this valley, right down in there. So we're just going to try and head around the edge of this system, see if we can cut it off, or hope another one comes through. We're sort of making our way to that scrape as well, so just want to get a little bit deeper in the system so we can see the bottom of the gully, and hopefully we either get onto that other one or we get some more coming past. Just bumped the deer. 20 metres or so. Hasn't gone far. We did spook it, but didn't go far at all. So we've just been doing fucking loop-de-loops with this deer who's come down on this edge this morning. See it there, Dad? And we just had it walk around the bottom of the gully, and we come down the gully and we bumped it, and it's done a loop-de-loop around us, and then we've got another one or two, and I've just heard something else walking, coming up behind exactly where we've been, and fucking Dad's put it down, which is beautiful. Great shot through the shrub too. Down in one. Yeah, I know where it is. Yeah, I saw it. Great shot, mate. Well, for starters, he couldn't see the deer, but that's what he's brought me along for, to see him. Beautiful, dropped it on the spot. Oh, well done, mate. Oh, he's a spiker. So, as Dad and I strung up this deer and Dad started cleaning it out, I was like, wait, I can hear something running. And what we actually realised was that deer we first spooked, I only heard him run 20 metres and then stop. And he didn't move, so we sat on the top for about half hour, and then we heard something moving to the right of us, and it looked like the same colour, so we thought it was the same animal. But in all reality, when we moved over there to chase that other deer, this spiker came back up out of the gully, straight back up where we walked down. And we shot him pretty much in the same spot we saw him run out of, down to the gully. Anyway, so we got this spiker strung up, and I'm like, wait, shush. And then he's crashing and banging down this ridge top here, down behind me. I was like, Dad, pick up your gun, mate. There's something else coming. Anyway, two little porkers are on their way down. First shot missed. Missed the first one as I was running. The second one stopped and he dropped that. And then the first one kept going and ran up the ridge. It's actually spun back around. Dad shot it and he's rolled back over there. So we'll turn around now and get a look at the sow. Here's a sow. Get a few more looks in a moment. And the other piggy's up here somewhere. Oh, there he is over there. So go grab that and we'll have a look at him. That was a boar in front. Good times. All in these last sort of hour, 2 hours of shooting. That's when it's on. Oh, and what do you know? Find another freaking scope. Place is absolutely littered. So the other one's run up this track here, out to the bushes, and he's rolled down into here. So I'll drag these two little guys out. So we've got one last morning hunt. Try and get this stag that's been ripping all these scrapes and thrashing the trees about. So I just headed back down to the bottom of that gully. We'll see what the wind's doing. And then we'll sit off his scrape because I was pissing it yesterday morning, so he's probably coming through the first light or just before. But with these gully systems, I usually like to hunt 3/4 of the way up, work my way around so I can see down into the gully. But they're quite crunchy up top and a little bit thick. So as we found yesterday, we dropped even deeper, maybe to the bottom half of the gully, and sure enough we could see a few more things moving about. So I guess it's all dependent on which area you're hunting and what you can actually see. Moving about and changing your tactics to suit, because from where we were, even though we could hear stuff moving, couldn't actually see them when we dropped down that extra 50 metres into the gully. And when you could hear it, then it opened the ball game up and you could actually see where things were moving about. So we might try that this morning and get right in deeper and work our way up to the scrape. But we're just going to try and sit off it. And we haven't heard any croaks this morning, and it's definitely not from him, the one we heard croaking the other day. But we might try some rattles and see if we can get something to come in anyway. It is dead silent this morning. Like, it's a good thing you can hear stuff, but they can also hear you. So we're just trying to head down this track before we push in, but every so often we bump something. So we're just working our way slowly down, closer to the scrape before we tuck in. And hopefully we can just sit and wait, and this crunchiness of the earth can give away something. So I've just come and picked my game camera up. I haven't checked it yet, but directly in front of it are these beautiful bush jelly beans, and they're all nice and soft and wet. They weren't here yesterday, and that scrape is actually pissed on again. Now, I wouldn't usually get into a scrape like this because you don't want to rub your scent all over it, but it's our last day, we're not coming back, so old boy's just up there. I'm just going to have a look at my camera now in a moment and we're going to try a rattle and get him to come back in. Anyway, let's check out the rest of this scrape.